All right, what's up, guys? So this is part two of the four-part series of the four main mafia groups of Italy, and this episode is the Ndrangheta, one of the most powerful and widely considered the most dominant criminal organization on earth, mainly due to its global reach and its stronghold on the cocaine market in Europe, along with massive money laundering operations and then its ability to infiltrate legitimate economies, having infiltrated businesses in over 80 different countries. So as far as territory goes, the undisputed homeland of the Ndrangheta is obviously Calabria in Italy, with some of the heaviest concentrations being in cities like Reggio Calabria and San Luca, which both have deep historical ties and are considered strongholds for the Ndrangheta organization. And then as far as outside of Calabria, the Ndrangheta has spread up into central and northern Italy, and then also all throughout Europe, including Albania, the United Kingdom, Germany, Belgium, Spain, Netherlands, Slovakia, Switzerland, and then pretty much all the rest. They have an extremely strong presence in both Australia and Canada, and although they do have a presence in the United States, it's not as prominent as some of the other countries, where some estimates say that they have approximately 100 Ndrangheta members in the United States, and then others taking a guess at somewhere maybe around 1,000, but it's extremely difficult to tell due to their covert operations and staying under the radar. But with what is known in the United States, the primary focus is in New York and Florida. They're also found in Mexico and then all throughout South America, finding them in Brazil, Argentina, Colombia. They have a very good relationship with the cartels in South America, and they're very involved in the cocaine production process. And then believe it or not, they also have operations set up in West Africa and even Asia. And then as far as the organizational structure, the Ndrangheta has a decentralized leadership structure, and their families or clans are primarily blood related, which is one of the main reasons that they've been able to grow into the organization that they are today, because it's just so hard for the authorities to be able to infiltrate. Although you can prove yourself to be worthy of becoming a member if you are not blood related, which there are circumstances where that is allowed, this is one of the few organizations where you become a member at birth. And then as far as membership for the Ndrangheta, it's estimated to be around 6,000 to 10,000 full-made members. And then as far as associates, it's estimated to be upwards of 60,000 people strong, spread all around the world. The Ndrangheta is the richest organized crime syndicate in the world, accounting for half of Italy organized crime tourism profits with approximately 1.65 billion euros a year. In 1 year, the Ndrangheta made more money than both McDonald's and Deutsche Bank combined, earning 53 billion euros, which calculates over to be about $62 billion. The Ndrangheta controls approximately 80% of the European cocaine trade, which brings them in somewhere around 27 billion euros annually. And they've established this by creating strong alliances with some of the Mexican and South American cartels, such as the Medellin cartel from Colombia, along with the Gulf cartel, Los Zetas, and the Sinaloa cartel. And then as far as enemies and alliances, some of their strongest alliances are with the South American and Mexican cartels, and then some of their various international branches, primarily focused on the ones in Australia and Canada, where they have the strongest international presence. And as far as enemies or rivals, honestly, some of the biggest clashes come internally from other clans that are fighting over control of a shipping port. Sicilian Mafia, and then the Camorra, which is the mafia based out of Naples, Italy. And then obviously law enforcement, who is consistently trying to take down their operations. All right, guys, well, that's it. That was the episode on the Ndrangheta, the Calabrian Mafia. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you did, I'd appreciate it if I get a like, or even better, subscribe. All right, and the next episode is going to be on the Camorra. So make sure you don't miss that. All right, take it easy.